Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
Covering both sides of the big issues with the analysis you trust on News Radio 1040 WHO.
Got a text on the American Topper and Accessories text line yesterday that said, Jeff, do you think with these rising gas prices, more employees are going to be asking to work from home? My thought is yes. But it also led me to reach out to my work from home expert. Spencer O'Leary is the CEO of Active Ops North America. Their smart software gives managers the ability to lead remote teams. Spencer, welcome back to Iowa Radio. Good morning.
Hi, good morning, Jeff.
So, Spencer, here's the big challenge. If you're an employee and you're going to tell your employer, look, with these gas prices, they're killing me. Can I work from home? You've got to convince your employer that you'll be just as productive from home. And is that possible, Spencer?
Well, from the data we've got, Jeff, remember, Active Ops, we help organizations right across North America measure the performance of their employees, whether they're working from home, the office, or somewhere in between. But productivity is just one measure of good performance. And if we take that measure, productivity, we have data that demonstrates that people were more productive when they're working from home. What that means is people are more productive when they work in self-isolation, when they haven't got the distraction of having their colleagues around them in the office. The challenge for most employers comes in, as I say, productivity is just one measure of good performance. If we think of other measures like quality, like creativity, even employee well-being, making sure people aren't increasing their workplace stress, driving sickness and attrition, all of those measures are also really important to get good performance in an organization. And it's those measures I've just mentioned that we've, again, evidence that says they deteriorated during COVID. They deteriorated when people work in isolation and work from home. So employers searching for this new word, this hybrid work model, of get the best of both worlds, get really good production from people when they have less distraction working from home, but bring people together now and again to make sure all those other measures, the creativity, the well-being, are promoted and increased.
Spencer, do you agree that one of the new stresses is going to be gas prices if you're commuting to work, and that an employer to respond to that could say, because I agree with you, I think the hybrid work model is what everybody's going to. Maybe an employer would say, okay, I asked you to work 2 days a week from home. Now I'm going to up that to 3 days a week. But that is a legitimate stressor on employees right now, isn't it, Spencer? The gas price and the price of commuting to work?
I think absolutely. It's one of those things that is yet another reason for people to at least adopt hybrid work, if not full-time work from home, whether it's gas prices, whether it's the actual cost of the commute in terms of my time, whether it's the children care, the pet care, the older people care that I've now got to pay for at home again because I'm not going to be there when I'm in the office. They're all things that add up. They're all component parts of that jigsaw that mean put it all together, and there's a real compelling reason for employees, at least, to want to work from home. And for most employers out there, I'm sure the employees who are listening today, they want the best for their organization. And that's the best output, whether that's quantity and quality mixed together, and they want that for the lowest cost. The reason that most employers are trying to get everybody back to the office is they don't feel in control of their workforce. They don't feel able to manage their workforce efficiently and effectively when they can't see them and they can't hear them in the office. So that's why we're here. Come and talk to Active Ops. We're helping organizations be efficient and effective at managing a workforce. Doesn't matter whether they work from home, the office, or a coffee shop in between. You can effectively and efficiently manage your workforce if you put the right attention to the tech, the data, and the know-how.
Well, Spencer, you probably, it sounded as if you anticipated my last question to you, but because Elon Musk is one of those employers, he's like, minimum, you got to be in the office 40 hours. But that's old school, isn't it, Spencer? I mean, I know there's some bosses that can't adapt to this new world, but that old school thinking is actually starting to dissolve, isn't it?
You think it was starting to dissolve. I guess there's a number of organizations like Musk's organizations who they attract really good talent and retain it for lots of reasons other than enabling people to work from home. But for most organizations that perhaps aren't as creative as a SpaceX or a Tesla, they're using this work from home, this work in a hybrid model. They're using that as a lever alongside compensation and benefits to really attract the right talent. So we've got both extremes here of the spectrum. We've got the Musks of the world who are saying office for 40 hours a week. We've got other organisations, and there's many of them in the media, who are using hybrid work, remote work, as a real way of attracting good talent. Where are we going to end up? Who knows? The next weeks and months are going to be interesting. I suspect, as you said a few minutes ago, most organisations with most employees are going to end up somewhere in between and have that hybrid working model. We just need to be really good at managing in that very strange and new world.
Spencer O'Leary, he's the CEO of Active Ops North America. Spencer, you always have great insight into this ongoing issue. Thanks very much for joining me today.